Kso. They didn't need to chase him. His face was all. The morning scroll hit different in 2025. The first sign came from a Facebook post by Lil Kso's mother, where she said they had finally caught the people responsible for her son's. After months of speculation and IG lives getting played in slow-mo like crime tapes, FullyChopp and Lil Speedy were officially in custody. This is the story of how FullyChopp and Lil Speedy got arrested for the murder of Kso. Fully folded, Speedy snatched. The first to get snatched was FullyChopp. Police picked him up on the south side of Chicago on July 14th. What looked like a routine traffic stop quickly spiraled. Expired tags, suspended license, and then boom, a pending murder warrant for the December 2024 15-year-old rapper Kso. They didn't need to chase him. His face was already in the system, and he was moving loose. 2 days later, they locked up Lil Speedy, also known as Bloodhound Speedy, outside of Walgreens on 76th. According to someone on Reddit, Lil Speedy his own for no reason. The net reacted in waves. Within hours, YouTube also exploded with everyone talking about how Kso was backdoored. The old Instagram lives started getting reposted too, especially the one where Chop looked zoned out.
You know I can't show it too long. You know, Mula. You said what? That's Mula. Yeah, you know that. Come on, but hey.
FBI, open up! Little boy, slow as a box of sticks.
Man, come back.
Hey, I'm something great, bro. Hey, call my phone, bro. You said what? Hey, I'm something.
These weren't two random names arrested for what went down. They were in Kso's circle. People called it the fastest snake turn they have ever seen. Speedy was Kso's homie. Chop was on his track. This wasn't an op beef. This was betrayal. So when word hit that the Cook County Sheriff's Office had them both in intake, the streets didn't know whether to celebrate or cry. Kso had been shot in the head inside his home on December 3rd, 2024. It was early morning, and according to his cousin, he was still mid-game, headset on, logged into GTARP. Back then, the cops had found a phone left behind at the scene, rumored to belong to Lil Speedy. But without cooperation, the case stayed cold until the mom's post cracked it open.
Lil Kso's mom is still grieving and talks about her son getting backdoored by his friends.
That hurt. That hurt. Took my only boy from me, my baby, my mini me, my mini me, in his own house, sitting there.
25. Several sources started spreading the news that the victim's mother had something about the arrest. Lil Kso's mother took to Facebook, claiming that FullyChopp, Bloodhound Lil Speedy, and maybe even more people were tied to her son's. In the comments, she clarified that Speedy had been picked up on a charge, not the murder itself, but made it clear the two were connected. The post didn't stay quiet for long. It picked up steam fast, with people reposting it, debating the details, and saying the backdoor rumors were finally turning real. A post on Reddit broke down timestamps from a fat-drenched live, showing Kso might have been by 8:11 a.m., way before police even got the 911 call. People have also been saying Speedy's comments after the raised eyebrows, especially when he posted King Slime active just hours after the news broke, which many felt didn't come off as grief. The main theory now is self-snitching. Key pieces of evidence being passed around include recovered shell casing.
I think in 2025, it's safe to say that if you don't snitch on yourself in a murder, you're not a street nigga. If you don't snitch on yourself on the internet, you're not a street dude. So you gotta snitch on yourself. Ain't that the dumbest shit you heard all week? I wanna put y'all on to some of the easiest money you'll ever make in your life. Freecash.com is a website that allows you to literally get paid hundreds of dollars just for playing video games on your phone. All you need is an email and a password. Follow the directions on each of the campaigns and you can earn at least $100. My personal favorite game to play was Sunrise Island, and when I clicked on it, they had a $370 bonus. I got $370 just for playing a video game on my phone. On average, it only takes about 17 minutes for most people to start earning money on freecash.com. So if you need some free, easy, extra money, go to freecash.com, click the QR code right here, or go in the description below and start getting that bag. You did?
An abandoned phone allegedly tied to Lil Speedy, and clips from social media that users claim amount to self-incrimination. A Reddit post claimed it had proof of the pointing to the phone as Speedy's. Meanwhile, FullyChopp was accused of saying too much on a live stream, allegedly admitting he had Kso's location before the hit. Some people started questioning whether they were pressured by other cliques or if jealousy played a role. Kso had been gaining more traction online, and his single, Caught Up, was hitting views faster than FullyChopp's drops. But the deeper narrative was about loyalty gone sour. It's the betrayal that hit hardest. Not just the body drop, but the fact that the same voices who hyped Kso's music, who said we all gon' make it, were now sitting in lockup, booked for making sure he didn't. And just like that, it wasn't just a tragedy anymore. It was a storyline. Streamed, clipped, analyzed, broken down bar for bar, like a drill tape flipped in reverse. By the time court dates dropped, the net might have already decided the verdict. Kso ain't make it past the loading screen. They say the streets don't love nobody. But even by drill standards, what happened to Lil Kso felt personal. December 3rd, 2024, started quiet. No ops posted, no diss tracks uploaded. Just a 15-year-old boy at home, controller in hand, headset on, zoning out like any other morning. Except by 11:30 a.m., Lil Kso was found slumped in his own crib with a to the head, and what looked like a setup that had been in motion days before he even clicked start. Official reports clock his time of around early morning, but word from inside said something darker. Fat Drench, a known associate, said on live stream that Kso was gone before 8. That would mean someone was in the house hours before his mom walked in and found him lifeless. It wasn't random. It wasn't sloppy.
His ass said on what? He said that?
Whoever did it got in, did what they came to do, and dipped fast.
Chips, man.
Shell casings were found both inside and outside the house that had detectives thinking it might have been but others started whispering something else. A staged entry, a quick pop-off at the door to make it look messy, then the real work done once inside. No forced entry, no signs of struggle, and somehow, a phone got left behind. A phone that allegedly belonged to Bloodhound Lil Speedy. At first, Speedy said he just forgot it. People suspected that he went back into the house to take the phone and then used the opportunity to Kso. Speedy also claimed he'd been over at Kso's house the day before, that Kso was his boy. But the timing didn't add up, especially since 2 nights before the murder, an IG story had been floating around showing red lasers beaming through Kso's window. That same clip got taken down,
2 nights
but
before?
screenshots spread fast. It wasn't regular trolling. Those beams were attached to automatics. Some people think that was the warning. Others think that was them rehearsing the real thing. The IG clip dropped from an account tied to Fully Switch, an affiliate of FullyChopp. That detail hit different once people started connecting names. Chop, Speedy, both inside Kso's circle. Both acting normal in the days leading up. Then suddenly Kso's and one of their phones is sitting on his floor.
And the crazy part about it, if you really take this all back, the murders happened over absolutely nothing, gang. Like, it was no real reason for these little boys to be beefing. They was just trying to get ops, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, just weird shit. Like,
Kso was still logged into his game when his body was found. That had folks speculating that he was mid-session, headset on, probably locked in with somebody online while the moved through the crib. No barking dog, no fight, just silence. Until it wasn't.
Crazy,
the theory that caught the most traction said Speedy showed up, acting regular. Maybe asked to charge his phone, maybe just kicked it, watching Kso play. Then when the timing felt right, when Kso was fully distracted, somebody else came through the door, the back door, literally. Reddit threads from that day said Speedy may have unlocked it himself. And the reason? Street Talk said there'd been tension for a while. Speedy felt like Kso was picking sides, especially after a different incident where Kso got taken. That moment apparently cracked their trust. No one said it out loud, but a few folks started treating Speedy different after that, as if he was plotting. A video was even posted online about it.
I don't know who you talking to. All I know is you didn't kill your ass. Oh my God, I'm gonna kill your ass.
On my dad, I'm knocking your gun back.
I'm gonna kill your ass.
On my dad, I'm knocking your gun back. You.
Alright, we gonna see.
Alright.
All my God.
So when Kso let him in that day, nobody expected it to be his last act of trust. Fat Drench's timeline backed it up. He was adamant Kso by sunrise, but the cops weren't called till nearly noon. That window raised all kinds of eyebrows. Did Speedy flee alone? Was Chop watching the house from outside? Did someone let time pass so they could cover their tracks? By the time the body was found, the house was quiet. No signs of forced entry, just silence, the game still on, and one phone blinking on the floor. They knew what room to walk into. They didn't ransack the place. They didn't leave trailing out the door. They came in for Kso, and only Kso. A clean job, too clean for random. Later that day, Chop posted online, talking about Kso's Folks read that as distance, like he was saying he wasn't involved, but nobody missed the timing. He didn't post that the day before. He waited till the body dropped. The same night, another clip started moving around showing Speedy on live with a smirk, saying King Slime active. That phrase alone had
That's
people
crazy.
accusing him of dancing on the grave. And if there was any remaining doubt, that phone changed everything. Law enforcement didn't say much, but word spread that it had messages, deleted ones, half-saved ones, that hinted Kso had been talking to someone he trusted, a friend, possibly Speedy, about who might be plotting, about whether he needed to move different. Now, no official paperwork confirmed what those texts said, but in drill circles, that didn't matter. The moment the details dropped, people started calling it what it looked like, a setup. Kso didn't get caught lacking. He got handed over. What made it worse was the age. Kso was only 15, FullyChopp around 16. Speedy, maybe younger. They were all supposed to be homies. They'd made tracks together, shared stages, smiled in flicks, and then one dies with a in his dome, while the other two get booked less than a year later. It's not the first time Chicago lost a young talent to the cycle, but this one hit different. There wasn't a car chase, no outside a show, just a cold body in a house, and no signs of struggle. The kind of that doesn't come from beef, it comes from betrayal. That's why the drill scene hasn't stopped talking since. From tracks to tragedy, before any headlines, before arrests, before the city started whispering about a setup, there was just a group of teenagers trying to get on through drill. Lil Kso, FullyChopp, and Bloodhound Lil.
From what I understand about Lil Kso, though, he didn't do nothing. Like, all he did was get his gun took. So y'all killed him for getting robbed? After y'all robbed him?
Lil Speedy
That
were
don't
more
really
than just
make no
names.
sense,
They
bro.
were supposed to be the new wave, until the wave crashed. Lil Kso was born around 2009 or 2010 and came up out of Englewood,
crazy, bro.
repping 079. He wasn't even old enough to drive, but his voice already had weight in the underground. His tracks, mostly passed around on TikTok and SoundCloud, felt raw. They didn't have polish, but that was the point. He was a kid speaking on survival, dirt, and dreams without needing a filter. He linked up with other rappers, releasing songs that were meant to be about escaping the life they were surrounded by. There was something about Kso that had folks rooting for him.
He ain't talking about shit no more, but he talking about music and all that dumbass. I don't know, it just seemed like people just dying over less and less and less and like more and more stupid shit. You see what I'm saying? I'm cool, gang.